Let's get this show on the road.
I think my biggest fear recently is being caught riding in the HOV lane as a single rider. Not by the cops, but by the two guys that have the I-5 Commuters TikTok.
Joining us are the I-5 Commuters, Craig and Joe.
You guys ever seen the social media with I-5 Commuters, the guys who just drive to Seattle every day and scream at people who are in the wrong carpool lanes? And people who are just watching old episodes of Lost.
Don't you do it!
Yes.
Yeah, I love those guys.
That's kind of they're my spirit animals.
Craig, every week we bring our listeners some information about how the commute has been for us. We bring them some news from around the road. We give them some viral clips happening in road-related videos, and we also listen to some commuter voicemails. So without further ado, Craig, let's get into some commute talk. How's the commute been for you?
Commute's been fun. Had a bit of a unique commute this past week. Decided to get off the grid for a couple days. Had the in-laws come into town, and hey, you never know how that might happen or how that might go. But you know what? This time went really, really well.
Craig, how is your relationship with your in-laws?
Fantastic.
That's great.
It's fantastic. You know, we really, really hit it off these last few days. But what's super nice of them is they came into town to help watch our pets, so we could get off the grid for a few days.
Nice.
Very nice.
So you
Very
didn't even
in-law
have
of
to.
them.
Didn't even have to really commingle with the in-laws. The in-laws were taking care of the pets while you guys
they
were.
entertained them. They entertained them.
it was a bit of a
few days
combination.
before.
Oh, a little combo, a little 1-2
Yes,
punch.
they came into town a couple days before we left. Went to the brewery, walked the town, just had a really, really nice time.
So nice.
But where I'm going with this is
How was it commute related?
Yes,
How was it
let's get to the
commute
commute.
related?
He's getting there.
I'm getting there, all
Get
right?
there quick.
Myself and family included decided to drive, 2.5 hours north here in Seattle, caught the ferry up in Anacortes, and we commuted due west. Some beautiful islands called the San Juan Islands, and I had a freaking blast. Have you ever been on a ferry before?
I have, and I know it's a unique part of the Pacific Northwest out here in the great state of Washington. The ferry systems, and people are serious about line jumping.
Yes.
Serious. There's fines involved if you line jump in the ferry line, if I might add.
And it's important to know, I think it surprises a lot of people that you can take your car on one of these ferries. And it is a main commute stream.
It is.
We were in the ferry line with Lil Red. She's like, oh, looks like that place over there is serving soft serve. I say, you get your soft serve. I'm holding down the fort. I'm not leaving this bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were one of those people that didn't leave the
Don't
car?
get out of my car.
What?
Don't get out of my car. Somebody's got to hold it the frick down. Okay? I'm not getting out of my car for shit. I'm staying in that car. Nobody's line jumping me. Oh, you thought you were getting on the show? Oh, no. Nobody's line jumping me. Well, anyways, anything else on the in-laws, your ferry commute, anything else you want to get off your chest before we move on?
That's it. I just thought I'd bring a little bit of a unique community experience today to the show, and excited I was able to share that with you all.
That's really incredible, Craig. Thanks for bringing that today. For my commute topic, the one thing, and this isn't necessarily me feeling this, Craig and Lil Red, this is what I've been hearing from the commuties out there. And it's, now that they know, we don't have our jobs, we got shit canned, they have been asking for a road trip. And I don't know if you've seen the comments about the road trip. I don't know if you've seen the comments, Lil Red, about a road trip, but it seems like people want us to do something along the lines of a entire I-5 from northern Washington to southern California. We drive the length of the Interstate 5, and we leave reviews along the way of which cities have the best and worst drivers. Lil Red, Craig, what do we think of this idea?
My first thought was, would it count if we decided to fly down to, say, San Diego and rent a car and just drive the whole I-5 up rather than having to go both ways? Or does that defeat the purpose?
I'll tell you what would make that make sense would be a sponsor. Perhaps Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Perhaps Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Alaska Airlines.
Perhaps Alaska Airlines.
Hilton, so you have somewhere to sleep.
You've got a chance to do something really special here, guys. You got a chance to do really something special. You can sponsor the I-5 commuters when we need you most.
We need legs of the trip sponsored. This leg of I-5 is sponsored by, or we're gonna have to take out a fucking business loan, which we don't want to do. We need some brands to get into this.
This
bitch.
leg of the trip is brought to you by AdamandEve.com. When Craig gets bored on the road, he resorts to AdamandEve.com. Is
that real?
Make any commute fly right by.
But seriously, sponsor us. We're not sleeping in our car.
Turn that rumble of the highway engines into the rumble of your pantalones.
I was just thinking maybe we start small. If that feels like too much, just do the whole thing. We've talked a little bit about some Portland action.
Yep.
Let's head south.
Maybe.
We're always headed north. Let's just hit Portland for the night. If maybe that's how we get our new brands.
Craig
deals.
loves
we
Bend. Maybe we hit Bend.
Yes.
Well, stand up in the comments. Portland, Bend, maybe Bellingham. Like, who wants us? Whoever wants the commuters is going to get the commuters. So make yourself known in the comms. Where should we go to call out single riders, to call out texters, and give you guys some good shots of the city, give you some reviews on your driving, talk to some, maybe we even make it like a Anthony Bourdain type situation where we can get local commuters in the area to explain some unique driver habits of that area potentially. Like when I went back to Pittsburgh recently, nobody's using turn signals out there.
No.
Nobody's using turn signals out here. It made me feel appreciative of the drivers here because absolutely nobody's using turn signals out there. So maybe we get a local commuter to come in and say, hey, this is what's up around here.
That's gold. That's gold.
Yeah.
You watch Shark Tank, right?
I do watch Shark Tank. Lil Red loves Shark Tank.
Yes.
Loves
Big
Shark Tank.
fan.
Love
Big
it.
You
fan.
love Shark Tank. I don't think you've
Yes.
missed an episode.
I have missed an episode. Something I love the most is when two sharks come together. So where my mind went, what if we get our friends over at AAA, our friends over at La Schwab, get them together,
Yep.
and they sponsor us, hitting events, hitting La Schwab's up and down the coast. No brainer.
Go on Shark Tank.
Let's bring them together.
What would our Shark Tank pitch be? What would the I-5 commuters Shark Tank pitch be?
I'd start with our mission statement.
I'd start with our mission
What is
statement
our
as
mission?
well.
What's your mission?
Check the website.
Yeah.
Check the website. Did ChatGPT help a little bit? Yes. Sure. Did that help us secure our first brand deal? Yes.
Hey, Sharks. Do you want to change the f***ing world? Do you want to make people's lives, years, weekends this summer across the I-5? Or do you want to sit back and do f***ing nada? Do you want to have zero f***ing impact? Or do you want to have all the impact?
Yes.
Sign here.
Sign here.
Sign here. Sign here. Sign right there. Sign right there.
We should look into that process. Can't be easy.
You guys gotta go on Shark Tank
Can't
or something.
look-
Low-key,
easy.
I low-key know Mark Cuban. Kinda.
Low-key, you have a
I kind of
connect.
low-key have a connection
Dude.
to the cubes.
Dude, send him this episode. We're driving through beautiful Big D.
Yo, chat, clip it. Yo, chat.
Wait, I cannot
No, I think
get
he
the
does a lot.
image out of my brain of you two walking into the Shark Tank in these
Hey, Sharks.
get-ups.
Yeah.
Hey, Sharks. We came here today to ask you for $3 million in exchange for 10% of our company. Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what the valuation is? Can you do the math?
That is 30 million.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yep. And what's
Sounds right.
And then they'd ask, okay, so how much have you sold in the last 6 months?
We've sold at least 20 bumper stickers.
Yes.
In
I
the
mean,
last 6 months.
That makes sense. That
And 20 or to 30 t-shirts.
I can see us backing into that evaluation.
That's almost $1,000 in merch sales, Sharks.
Come on.
Where are the objections now? Don't everybody jump in at once.
You know how many air fresheners we sold today?
Two.
2. You know what?
Two. You're on those Shopify notifications as well. Yeah, we be on that shit. Yeah, we be on that shit. Now, Craig, I don't know how much you keep up with our notifications on TikTok,
Religiously.
but there were people tagging us in a video this past week and I don't know if you saw it or not. Did you see multiple people tagging us in this video?
I think I might know what this one is, but I did not look at this prior to the show.
So check this out, Craig.
Okay.
This is a truck driver blowing bubbles out of his truck on I-5. Wow. And Lil Red, can you come around and read the caption for the viewers at home?
Shout out to the truck driver who is single-handedly bringing joy and whimsy to southbound I-5 experience.
Joy and whimsy. How beautiful is that, Craig?
That's
and that
really
is
sweet.
from Very Many Bats, also known as Your Mom on TikTok. But what a guy, Craig. What is your instant reaction to seeing this man spread joy and whimsy to I-5 southbound?
Peace. It brought me peace. My first reaction was this guy was going to be a crazy guy, honking, throwing this, throwing that. The bubbles kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
But then when I see this and the music attached, brings me peace.
It's really nice. And we got tagged in this quite a bit. People are tagging us, I-5 commuters this, I-5 commuters that. And so I wrote back to somebody. And I said, has anybody identified this legend? Do we know who this man is? Lil Red, I might need your help to read some of these comments.
Sure thing.
And so I asked them, does anyone know this legend? What did they say back?
Someone in the comments said his name is Brian.
And so I said, oh, we got a little bit of a hot lead. We might
Yes.
actually find out who this mystical balloon shooter man is. And then, wouldn't you know it, he comes into the comments, sends us a picture of himself and says, I think I found him. It's fucking me.
Wow.
And he says, I'm Bubble Boy. Here I am. I got really excited, Craig. I wrote back and I said, I want to do like an interview with this guy. Lil Red, what did I say?
Thank you for your service, sir. What gave you the idea? Or rather, what made you want to blow bubbles and make everyone's day on the highway like this?
And if you're not picking up on that, folks, that is journalism at its finest. He writes back to us. What does he say?
It started out as just, let's take bubbles to work and see how many reactions I get. As you might expect, the grumpy old guys tend to scoff at it, but pretty much everyone else gives me a mix of thumbs up, peace sign, hang loose, some hearts, some rock on, and yes, even a middle finger from some kid who looked like she was 10. I found it amusing.
Look, and you're always going to put yourself at risk to get a middle finger from a 10-year-old. That's just life, folks.
As we heard from Richard from Pensacola.
As we heard from Richard from Topeka, Kansas, I
Topeka,
believe.
Kansas.
It was Little Red. Do you remember Richard from Topeka, Kansas?
I do.
You short dick motherfucker. So check this out.
Sure do. Anyways, this guy blowing bubbles in the face of his truck driver colleagues who, of course, they're going to laugh at him. They're truck drivers. They're tough guys, rough and tumble. But this guy just wants to blow bubbles. He wants to bring joy to people's day. And I think that is beautiful. Greg, anything?
It is beautiful. I do got to be honest. I'm getting some big guy, little car vibes from this account. Have you fact checked to make sure that this is truly the bus driver?
He unless he was able to AI generate, is that what you're thinking?
I've seen crazier.
Wow. I mean, AI is really giving us trust issues these days, but I do believe.
Okay.
I believe in the good of humanity, Craig, and I believe that what is the username here, Little Red?
Mobile Mister.
I believe that Mobile Mister, this is a genuine selfie from him. I believe this is our guy, and I believe he's truly in it to bring joy and happiness to the other I-5 commuters, and we respect that. And I want to show you one more thing before we move on, because he was saying at the beginning he was going to other truck drivers and they were laughing at him, but now what are the other truck drivers saying, Little Red?
What is so funny is I work with a team of drivers and I'm always looking for fun things to toss in their trucks just to make them smile, know they're thought of, and I have considered bubbles. Bubble gun is even better. I-5 corridor will never be the same thanks to you.
It makes sense. You know how many hours those guys are spending in a truck?
You got to do something fun and whimsy here and there to keep the boys on their feet. And look, I don't want to take all the credit here. But did we get into the comments? Did we do journalism in the comments? And did we find out the true story behind this situation? Did we find out the mask behind the man? Did we find out that Mr. Mobile is doing it for the good of humanity, doing it for the good of people? And did we get that information to other truck drivers? And now, is there potentially a trend among truck drivers everywhere, blowing bubbles out their car, making people's day on the highway? Is the highway a better place because of the I-5 commuters? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Anything to add to this? Anything to add to this bubble boy before we move on?
I'm bubbled out. Let's keep moving.
Let's keep moving. I wanted to show this clip, Craig, because sometimes I get a little wacky out there. All right?
No.
I like to comment on other people's posts. Sometimes I go under the I-5 commuter name and I get into the comments section of other road-related clips out there. And this week, I got into the comments section of this video, and Craig, our comment got nearly 60,000 likes.
You're
Our
kidding me.
comment on the video. This video was posted just 3 days ago, folks, and it has gotten 10 million likes on Instagram in 3 days. Without further ado, here is the clip.
Se te olvida y hasta puedo hacerte mal si me decido.
Oh.
Pues tu amor tengo muy comprometido, pero a fuerza.
So this man obviously caught himself up in a road rage incident, and when road rage takes over you, when you find yourself in a situation where words just aren't taking care of it anymore, and you need to resort to something more, that is the moment where you need to take a deep breath and avoid something like this happening to you. Craig, this is your first time seeing this. Lil Red, this might be your first time seeing this. Instant reactions.
To me, this is like that first rule a boy learns: never pee into the wind.
Never pee into the wind.
You're throwing coffee
That's so true.
into the wind, and then karma just bites you in the butt.
I mean, tell
Just right in
me
the
you've never
eyes.
pissed outside with never telling me you've pissed outside.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Come on. What is that guy thinking? I'm just so curious to see this comment.
Yeah, so, I mean, I comment, I say, what, Lil Red?
It was the second toss ever he already been drenched for me.
So
yeah, he doubled down.
He doubled down.
it's
So I'm
just
gonna
embarrassing.
I'm gonna run it back here, Craig, again, because watch this. Not after he pisses in the wind and gets all over his face. Watch what he does.
He's still-
That's a second and a third attempt. That is a second. So watch. He goes.
Tu amor lo
Bang! I
tengo
get hit in the face. Bang! And I'm gonna try it again and again because obviously he didn't learn his lesson. Getting soaked in the face, and dude, people were ripping this guy in the comments. What do you think it is about this video, particularly, that went so viral? Has people saying, "I hope the coffee's hot." I hope the coffee's hot.
Yes.
And I want to call something to attention because everybody was ganging up on this guy in the comments. Everybody.
I mean, I think rightly so. Like, he was about to commit assault, and then he assaulted himself.
So, but look, conveniently, the video starts when after he's already pissed, right?
Yes.
We have no idea what this driver did. Obviously, look,
Yep.
Craig and I go out on the road quite a bit. We have only maybe once or twice gotten people to react in this way, and we film people.
Yes.
And we put cameras in people's face, and we've only gotten this reaction once or twice out there. So what
Were they
did this
trying
car
to get?
do? What
were
did
they
thi-
trying to get a viral clip? Were they trying? I don't
Now,
think you can
let's
accept-
not get too far into the
Alright,
conspiracy.
alright,
Let's not get too far into the conspiracy of faking the moon landing, faking the coffee in the face here. But what did the car do is the question that's not being asked, and I'm just here to ask it. I'm just here to ask the question, what happened before we saw this guy throw coffee in his face 3 or 4 times?
If you
People don't
haven't-
talk enough about how good of a song choice that was as well.
If you haven't noticed something about Joe that I
Perfect
just want
rest!
to
Can't get a word in.
call out. Craig's been trying to speak for 30 minutes. Something about Joe.
That's
I gotta take
Call
a shit.
Craig's got a poo. We'll be right back right after this. Every week here on the show on the road, there's some non-negotiables. One of those non-negotiables is Craig getting out there. Craig diving deep, bringing you some news from around the road. Craig, what do you got this week?
Yes, I just got back yesterday from across the globe, a big place called Delhi.
You
Joe?
just got back from
I
Delhi.
just got back.
Okay.
This news was so important.
We were in Mumbai the other week, too.
We flushed our bank account to fly me across the globe and get out there on the streets and really understand what happened to this mother and daughter while they were in an Uber.
Uh-oh.
Joe, play the clip.
Oh, my God. Craig, what are we looking at here?
So, this Uber driver picked up a daughter and mother. They then got stopped at a traffic stop. Once he got stopped... Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go.
It's just absolute chaos in there.
It's chaos.
Craig, what's happening?
Look, a mother and daughter decided just to take an Uber on their commute home. The Uber driver got pulled over at a traffic stop. And when he pulled over, rather than stopping, he fled the scene.
Oh, my
And you know
goodness.
why? He was illegally in the country. Play the clip.
Now,
Just
don't get me
chaos.
wrong. This is unbelievably sad.
Yeah.
And Ubers and taxi drivers.
Yep.
Ubers and taxi drivers need to chill the out. Ubers and taxi drivers, you guys need to chill the out in general. Obviously, don't kidnap anybody. Chill the out in general. But we were talking about me being a sound boomerang earlier. It is very hard for me not to impersonate the sounds in that video, but I'm not going to.
It would be extremely inappropriate.
That'd be extremely inappropriate.
This is
So I'm
somebody's
not going to do that.
worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Worst nightmare to be abducted in an Uber. Joe's going to do some amazing editing. Right at the end of that video, the Uber driver just pushes him out the car and drives off like nothing
Shut
happened.
up. Shut up.
Why are you running? Why are you
I brought one little quote just to show how bought in I am to this story. This came directly from my conversation with the wife. Can be heard saying, Bahaya, please, Gadi, rock, do. Brother, please stop the car.
And that's just good research.
You just can't find that research. I had to fly out there and do this.
You guys, you're just not going to find that research everywhere. The show on the road featuring the I-5 commuters, bringing you news from around the road. This time, all the way out from Delhi. And we're not talking about the corner store, folks. We're talking about India. And we're talking about the Ubers out there, Ubers, taxi drivers. Look, guys, Ubers, taxi drivers, just take it easy. Just take it easy. I get it. You guys make more money the more rides you do, and it doesn't factor in how fast it takes you to get to the destination. I was a Lyft driver in college. I understand the hustle. I understand the game, but this is one commuter to another. Chill the frick out, guys.
Chill the frick out. I'm going to need Little Red to fact check this, but I read this that Uber just added a specific ride option with female drivers for probably this exact darn reason.
Wait, you can request a female driver?
Just specifically a female driver due to the concerns females have getting in a car with males.
Guys, come on.
My hope would be that that female driver can also only be requested as female by other females.
Right, because you can't have like a guy requesting a female driver. That'd be kind of weird, right?
I would
Totally.
And then you're getting into like gender stuff too, so like careful where
Yes,
you walk.
as of July 2025, Uber has begun rolling out a new feature in the U.S. called Women Preferences, which allows female riders, to request a female driver. Perfect. They thought of it all.
Female writers, they thought of that already. That's good
I
stuff.
love it.
That's good stuff. If Lil Red approves it, her body, her choice, folks.
I mean, I don't love that, like, we have to do that to
Yeah.
feel, like, safe and secure in the world. Like, that's not what I love.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's the world we're living in, and so I love the option.
But unfortunately, the world we're living in has a bunch of freak shows, and it's only okay if you are buying merch at i5commuters.com. You can only be a freak show if you buy merch at i5commuters.com. Otherwise,
Don't know where you're going with that. I think I'm looking at two freak shows. Right
Yeah. We're staring at him.
yeah, the problem with the surplus of freak shows is you got two more right here, baby. Woohoo!
The final thing we do is we get the joy of listening to our friendly fans come into the show, leave voicemails that we haven't heard yet. So we got no idea what's coming.
We have no idea what's coming. This is the Highway Hotline, folks. Commuters call in, leave a voicemail, and here is our first voicemail of the week.
This is Josh calling from Little Rock, Arkansas. I was calling to see if you guys have hands-free devices in your vehicles on your commute. And if so, what do you guys do with your hands while driving? Jack each other off? Thanks, let us know.
All right, Josh from Little Rock, more like Josh with
He
a
got
little...
your guys' ass.
Don't.
Josh from Little Rock. Josh from Little
I know
Rock.
what you're gonna do.
More like Josh with a little... And you know what? Maybe we do. And that's the beauty of being hands-free. You can do whatever you want with your
what's
hands.
it to ya?
What's it to you, Josh?
Mind your
I'm sure
business.
you'd like that, you little freak.
Yeah, he's just jealous. He doesn't have a bestie like you guys. to
Anyways,
jerk
let's get
each
on to the
other
next
off.
one. You have anything else to say with Josh from Little Cock?
It was just disappointing that it started off so sweet. I was like, hey, this is Josh from Little Rock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this guy's... And then it's just like, bang.
All right, let's get on the next one.
Hey, I'm Evan. I am from Puyallup. I have to drive between my house and Burien every single day for school.
Oh.
And let me tell you, it is so frustrating. And when I see, how you and your frustration
I can hear it in his
on
voice.
YouTube, all I can do is say that it's very relatable, seeing as I have to deal with that every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely understand what you have to go through, especially since most days I have to drive on my own. And then if I can meet you in person, it'd be awesome. But I completely understand why you wouldn't want to do that. And hopefully things can get well for both of us. Thank you for letting me do this.
I mean,
That's really sweet.
talk about somebody who's just gotten chewed up and spit out by their commute. That guy, you could
You can
hear,
hear it in
the
his
pain in his voice. Evan from Puyallup, we are so sorry. Talk about somebody who's in need of a carpool buddy.
Oh my gosh, who wants to be
Somebody get Evan a
from
carpool
Puyallup's
buddy.
Yeah.
carpool buddy, please?
Yeah.
We need to get a body in the car with Evan from Puyallup, and we need to get a body in there quick. What do you see? He went to school somewhere. He's going to school somewhere. Is that what he said?
He's going
Darn.
to school. I don't know what that means, if he's in high school or college or getting his master's or something, but
Evan, I feel bad for you, buddy, and I'm glad that our videos can bring you some happiness. Craig, did you have anything here?
It just felt like he empathized with just being in the heat of things.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like he just was like, look, fellas,
Yeah.
I'm feeling what you're feeling. It sucks.
Yeah.
We're in this together, man. And
Yeah.
that's what I got from it.
I think Evan from Puyallup, if I can leave you with one thing, you're better than this, man. Don't let the commute get you down.
Yep.
You're a freaking rock star, pal.
Yep.
Okay? You pick yourself up by the bootstraps and you say 30 minutes, 1 hour, hour 30, bring it the on. You're not going to bring me down whether I have a carpool buddy, whether I don't have a carpool buddy. I'm getting out there. I'm going to school. I'm getting educated, and I'm going after my dreams because my name's Evan from Puyallup, and I can do whatever I fucking put my mind to.
You know how easy it would be for him just to say, I'm faxing it today?
It would be so easy.
Why go get an education when this commute is so bad? But that's not stopping him.
No.
You know what?
No.
That's not stopping
That's
him.
not fun. If that hasn't stopped you yet,
Yeah.
if that hasn't stopped you, what's gonna stop you is the question.
Yeah.
Why not you, Evan from Puyallup? Why not?
Yeah.
Joe, Craig, Lil Red, this is Rick in Atlanta.
Rick, he's
Heard you wanted more.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They always do.
They always do, Rick said. So if you'd missed Rick last week, here is a quick clip.
Rick is hung, dude.
I'm Rick, and I got a fire hose ready to blow you to smithereens. And we're back to Rick.
All right. So, in terms of details for my last story, Litter Avenger, the guy made eye contact with me as I was flicking him off, and he stonewalled me. He did the whole 10 and 2 straight ahead. I didn't get anything else out of him. But that's not to say I didn't intimidate him a little bit. I'm riding around a pickup truck, jacked up truck. I'm lost.
Can you imagine a man with that voice in a jacked up pickup truck doing some road rage at you? I don't blame this guy at all for looking ahead and being 10 and 2. What a move.
I'm going to start using, what do you say, the stone wall?
The stone wall.
We see that all the time. Somebody's in the wrong. We turn right. We turn left. They're not moving.
They are.
Eyes forward.
Eyes forward. It's
If
a good
I'm
way to get
seeing
out of it.
Rick, I'm not
Stonewall.
looking.
Stonewall.
Stonewall.
In charge, letting them know how I'm feeling. I wouldn't want me to be mad at myself either. But yeah,
He
got
knows
another
what he's working
litter
with.
Avenger story for you today. This time it's a little bit more personal. I'm in a back parking lot of an Ingles. I dropped my wife off to pick up a couple quick groceries.
Damn it,
We've
Rick's
been on
not
the
single,
road
girls.
for
Sorry.
probably an hour, just a quick stop before we're at the house. So I'm waiting in the back parking lot. Older couple is coming out, and they're loading groceries in the car. Woman proceeds to get into the driver's seat of the car, and I don't think anything of it. It's 2025. Drive yourself around, you know.
Women certainly can drive themselves around, Rick. Let's see where he's going with this.
Rick, you're so silly today.
I'm hanging on to every word.
Guys loading the groceries, respect that, take care of it. He leaves one item in his basket, though, and they're right by the cart corral. So, you know, he's taking the cart back to the cart corral, pulls out a silver can. I only assume it's Steel Reserve, maybe Coors Light, silver beer can, throws that fucking bag right on the ground in front of me. And I just start seeing red. By the time he's taking a step, I'm out the car, said, "Hey, buddy, you dropped that?" And I get nothing from him. And then I step it up a little bit. I'm like, "Hey." And then I get a bird. You pick it up yourself. And I just let him have it. You know, fuck you. You're a piece of trash. Get the fuck in the passenger seat.
Wow. There it
just
is.
really letting him have it. And if we haven't been able to discern, this guy has a drinking problem. That's probably why he's in the passenger seat. He can't drive. Bet you his license is suspended. So that's where we're at. After that, he gets in the car. Lady's looking at me like I'm the crazy one. And they drive off. And, you know, brief interaction, but another cathartic feeling. And I think that's why I like calling. I think it makes me feel vindicated for some reason.
Keep it calm.
Also, is this what therapy is like? ?
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm rambling at this point. You know, like I said, Litter Avenger, Ranger Rick, whatever y'all want. But again, as always, appreciate it, guys. Love the content. And we'll catch you on the next Commuter Confessional, everybody. Bye-bye.
Ranger Rick.
We'll catch you on the next Commuter Confession, Ranger Rick.
And
environmentally conscious Ranger Rick, nonetheless. Lil Red, you had something.
Nothing. Oh, well, I was just, never mind.
Good input, Lil Red. Craig, anything?
I think Ranger Rick handled that exactly how I would have handled that
Me
in that
too.
situation. If I heard him correctly, a Steel Reserve, we used to drink a lot of these in college. Kind of reminds me of one of these. Just a light beer. He pulled it out of his pocket. Did he toss it on the ground? And then Ranger Rick just came in there and just let him have it.
Ranger Rick got in there and said, "Are you going to pick that up, big guy? Or am I going to have to kick your fucking ass?"
I would have picked it up. I would have been so quick to pick that thing up.
Oh, yeah. I would have been dropping down in a 3-point stance like a left guard getting that thing. Whoop-pow! We're out!
I would have said, "Rick, can I buy you a 12-pack of Steel Reserves?" I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And it won't happen again.
I'll do anything, Rick. Please, just
Rick.
leave me alone, Rick. Please, just leave me alone, Rick. Please. I can tell that you haven't been to therapy in years, and you probably call a commuter hotline just to get things off your chest, and there's a lot of pent-up angst there, Rick, and I just don't want any part of that, Rick, okay? Just leave me alone, Rick! Rick! No, Rick! You're only getting 30-minute episodes here on the show on the road, but we do this thing live, and we cut out a lot of it. We cut out some voicemails, and do you want to hear all the voicemails? Do you want to hear us go off the rails a little bit? Do you want to hear us say fuck and a little bit more than you might on the regular show? Well, stay tuned, because there might be a paid version, there might be a way to watch this live, and there might be a way to catch every voicemail, not just some of them. But here's the last voicemail for this week. Craig, anything before we get into it?
If you want to hear me say subscribe to our Patreon, all right? I want to let it rip.
Yeah, we want to let it rip.
I want to let it rip with Rick.
I want to say with Rick from Atlanta. I want to see Ranger's dick from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I
want to see that,
I
Rick.
want to see you whip that thing around like a tetherball, Rick.
Come on, Rick.
Anyways, here's our last voicemail this week.
Tetherball.
Guys, quiet in the courtroom.
Hey, it's Renee from Charlotte, second-time caller. I've been loving the YouTube video.
Second time caller of the night, Renee from Charlotte.
And watching the international commutes on the videos behind you. So can we see a travel series coming up? Are we going to start commuting in Dubai? Are we going to start commuting in that Lincoln Tunnel in New York City?
How big of a fan really are you, Renee? Because we've already done an episode in Dubai, but keep going, Renee.
I highly recommend a classic commute, Charlotte, 85.
Charlotte.
It's a doozy. What do we have looking forward to in this show in the next few seasons? Love the show.
Renee. Commuty cutie alert.
Commuty cutie
freaking
alert.
sick! That was awesome.
We'll be right back to talk about Renee right after this.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Should we talk about Zoji?
We should talk about Zoji Roosh. One thing you can expect, Renee, is some paid partnerships.
Yep.
And we are...
These guys are out of a job.
Because we need some cash. So we got Zoji Rooshi mugs, Renee. And you're probably going to be seeing a little bit more of this. You're going to see us drive around Dallas. You're going to see us drive around some other cities. You might even see us live stream a road trip. But in the meantime, you're going to see us hold ice. And Craig, I know you put some ice in there yesterday. Do we still have ice in the cup?
I sure did. I asked my fellow commuter Joe to toss some ice in here yesterday to really show you all how powerful these darn mugs are. Zoom in on this, Joe.
I don't know if I'm going to believe it.
You hear that?
I don't know if I would believe it unless you poured it on my face.
You see that?
Oh!
Those things aren't even melted.
Oh!
Those things are still fully intact, and that's been at least 24 hours.
That's just good stuff.
That's a road trip necessity. You
Absolute necessity.
need consistent, reliable ice. And
You
these
do.
look like really good sizes, and I'll say it feels good in my hand.
It does feel good in your hand. They got a nice matte finish on these ones.
Look at the size difference.
And we got ice all over the place, and I'm worried about the electronics. So that does it for this week, folks. We've talked about some news. We listened to some commuter voicemails. We talked about some viral clips, one of them happening on I-5, one of them being hot coffee all over a guy's face. But that's it for this week. That's been episode 9 of the show on the road. It's been Craig and I. It's been Lil Red, and we will
See you next week!